Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2021 Imperial Light Cruiser based off of the Mandalorian Season 2 finale. It is set number 75315, comes with 1,336 pieces plus 6 minifigures, and originally retailed at $160. But if you want to get this set on Bricklink, you can actually still get it at that $160 price tag, or even less, with the cheapest one I saw being a little less than $140. You guys may have been noticing I've been putting out a lot of Mandalorian set reviews recently on the channel. That's because I noticed I have quite a few Mandalorian sets, but I haven't done a whole lot of reviews on them. So plus, I've kind of got Mandalorian on mind because after the trailer, I'm kind of excited for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out. So I was like, why not go ahead and knock them all out? I remember people being pretty excited with this set was announced, and even more so when it was revealed. I mean, this set looks absolutely fantastic. We'll go ahead and start off with the instruction manual, which I do have on me. Starting off, I mean, this is a thick instruction manual. I mean, we are talking over 1,300 pieces here. And it shows up in the box art in all its glory, showing off for the the light cruiser and a little skirmish blowing something up, but in a couple places, you can't really tell what. But you also see like the spring-load shooters and one of the cooler features launching those little micro-scale TIE fighters. And then you got the white border with the black Star Wars logo and the Mandalorian. And in the top right corner, although you notice he's in his early Season 1 outfit, not the Beskar armor. This is the days before paper bags, so you just see instructions on how to build the set, and as well as how to use the brick separator, and then a little ad for the Lego Builder app. Then you just jump straight into the build. Then in the back of the instruction manual, you see a total of 1, 2, 3 pages for your parts list. You got a nice ad for the Skywalker Saga, actually showing off the box art. And then they did something rather interesting for the ads with the sets. For the full sets, you get it's a set specifically based off of the Mandalorian, including this set, the $50 Boba Fett Slave 1, the Trouble on Tatooine, link in the top right corner of the screen, my review on that set. Then you got the Imperial Marauder, and then the Buildable Child. And then now you get the figures for not only those sets, well, the sets that have figures, but you also get a couple of others where you got the figures from the Mandalorian Starfighter from Season 7 to Clone Wars, as well as the $20 duel on Mandalore and the Bad Batch attack shuttle, as well as the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. So interesting that they've got showing off minifigures from sets that aren't even advertised. So yeah, kind of weird that they did that. I think that might be the first time they ever did that, maybe even the only time. We'll go ahead and get started off with the minifigures, starting off with the Mandalorian himself in his Beskar armor. This is only the second time we got him, the other time being the previously mentioned Trouble over Tatooine in that nice clean Beskar armor color. And his face, he doesn't have a face print, which honestly I think might be one of the downsides with this minifigure, considering one of the most important scenes in the episode is that last scene where Mando and Grogu say goodbye, and Mando takes off his helmet so his adopted son can look him in his face when he says goodbye. So yeah, I think they should have added an actual face for him instead of just a regular black head. But the rest of the figure looks absolutely fantastic with all the metallic printing going on. Take a look at his right arm. You can see the rumble horn mark on his shoulder pad, and then on his left arm you can see the whistling bird launcher on the gauntlet. He does have a couple of bandoliers going on, and belts, and so good printing on the legs and waist as well with the extra armor. He does have the semi-soft, semi-rough cape, which is really nice. You can just lift that up to take a look at the back printing, which looks really good as well. And then he's got two weapons with his cycler rifle, which has been the same basically since Lego started making Mandalorian sets. And he does have the Beskar spear, which is just a standard Lego spear in metallic gray. But all in all, really solid figure, with the exception of not having the face print just yet. We wouldn't get that until the season 3 Mandalorian sets. Next up, we have the child, which is basically this thing that we've been getting him throughout, but that doesn't mean they didn't do a good job on him. He does have the hard rubber face, which looks really good with those big eyes and that sad look on his face, all the plus all the detail on top of his head. He's got the standard baby mini figure torso, but they did make sure to give him the green hands, which is really nice. And then just a little bit of printing on the torso, really, really nice. Next up, we have we have Cara Dune, with this being her second of only two sets since she appeared in. Much like what I said about her with the ATST Raider set, I'm not really sure the face looks like Gina Carano, but it's not bad. And then she does have an angry face. I do like the weapon they gave her with the large Clone Wars blaster rifle with the metallic lightsaber hilt attachment. And I do like the printing going on with her, with plenty of like metallic printing on the front and back. Okay, take a look at the back with the hair taken off. I do like the hair they gave her. It's basically the Avengers 1 Black Widow hairpiece, just in black. And nice printing on the legs as well. No arm printing because, she goes sleeveless. Next up, we had the very first appearance of Fennec Shand. Really like the helmet piece they gave her. Her I do believe it's supposed to be dual molded. Actually, nope, the black is just printed on. But they added the added slit for her eyes. He's I like the face, the printing on the face, so plus the light coloring on the head. It does look pretty much like Ming Na Wen and would look like. And you got some nice arm printing going on with the striping. She has basically the same weapon and as Car, but that's not bad. And also plenty of metallic printing on her as well, as well as good printing on the legs. So nice. Used to look good there for her. And then you got the two figures that really draw people in. First off, we got the Dark Trooper. Really nice. Said that we got these guys in a basically $40 battle pack, especially considering we only got one of these guys in this set. But I love the mold on the helmet. Interesting enough, they actually gave this guy a face print. They gave this guy a face print, not Mando, and that looks, I gotta admit, it's interesting. I wasn't expecting them to do a face print for the Dark Trooper, and even if I wasn't expecting it, this probably wasn't it. You got plenty of the red, so it matches the red eyes, but then you got this interesting printing added as well. And then I do like the armor piece they gave him. I believe this is one of the reuse of one of the Bad Batch armors. There's a nice printing on the torso and legs, no arm printing. And then he's got himself a regular Star Wars blaster in gunmetal gray. And then last but not least, we have Moff Gideon. Interesting use for the Thrawn hairpiece. He's but in black, but I think it really fits the actor. Forgive me, I don't remember what his name is. But his main face is just a soft, a simple stern, confident face, and he does have a much more angry face underneath. Love the cape, the dual coloring with the dark red and the black looks really nice. That's what his back printing looks like. No arm printing going on, but he does have almost like TIE fighter or pilot torso going on with a little bit of metallic printing going on. And then of course he has the dark saber. This is before we got the molded blade for the dark saber, so it's just a regular lightsaber, metallic lightsaber hilt with a black blade. But all in all, this is a really nice figure and a really nice figure lineup as well. Let's go ahead and move these guys out of the way. We'll take a look at that the light cruiser. I'll be the first to admit I've been waiting for Lego to make a Lego set of the light cruiser ever since it first showed up in the Clone Wars. I would have loved it to get. I'd love them for like the red and gray, Republic acquaintance as well. But for the first time building this set, I think they did a really good job. It's a decent size. I just measured it right before I started recording, and it's a decent length. It's 22 inches long, so it's almost 2 feet long. So that's a really decent size. I got a couple of cannons on the side, which can move around pretty well, and of course load it up with a couple of spring-loaded shooters, spring-loaded shooter bolts. Got a couple of smaller cannons on the side. On the side, and those as you can move pretty well. Got a lot of greebling along the edge as well. The bridge that I think is really built well, so well in fact that they decided not to add a integrated handle in this set. Part of that might be because it might have been a bit difficult to put a handle into this thing due to its size, but they actually turned the bridge superstructure is so well built into the set that they actually turned that into your handle where you just grab onto the bridge and then you can just pick it up from there. I do feel like it's a little. This is one of the first times I've ever done it like that. It is a little rough on the fingers, with all the studs. But but again, it's strong enough that you can just pick it up like that if you don't feel like just grabbing underneath and then just picking it up like that. And I think the one downside about this thing is that there isn't any like interior space behind the bridge. There isn't anything like going on where you can open up a couple panels behind the engines, which by the way those look really good as well with that nice with the nice transblue dishes on the back. But again, there's no like interior space behind the bridge. Like there isn't anything like in the engines going on. The only interior space is up in front, which you can just instead grab on from the front and then just lift that up. First off, you might notice that they got space for an extra shop for your spring-loaded shooters, and there's actually a lot of space going on in the interior. One thing I will say is that there's actually a lot of stickers going on here. Like you got make that 6 stickers just on the table here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you got a couple control panels. Those with stickers on there. So that's 6 just on the main table, which you also have a coffee mug on there. You got 2 stickers back here with some control panels. 2 more over here, and then the bridge is absolutely covered in stickers. So again, one of the downsides of this set is that there's a lot of stickers. You notice that there's a couple of cargo crates here on the side. One of them has a thermal detonator inside. And I honestly forget what's in the other one. Let's go check what's that's got. Looks like it's got a pair of macro binoculars. So I got a little bit of storage there. And there's plenty of studs in there, so you can get a lot. So you can probably fit all 6 of your figures in there. And it's like there's a lot of technique going on here to make this set nice and sturdy. And then you also have one of the main play features. You have 2 of these micro scale TIE fighters stuck into the side of the light cruiser. These are about as simple as you can get for a micro scale TIE fighter, even smaller than like the diorama TIE fighters, but they're a pretty decent design for as small as they are. Plus, they actually have the printed canopy piece. And basically, what you do with this guy is you put back, you line him up. You line. Let's see. Oh, okay. So you just line him up there. And then you push the little plunger, and it launches the TIE fighter. And again, you get 2 of these guys. It's in this set. So that's all the major play functions in this set. For $160, this is actually this is a really decently sized ship. You got quite a few figures, quite a few desirable figures, especially the Dark Trooper and the Moff Gideon. and I do feel like it might be a little lacking on play if it play function. Consider plus the room. Plus, again, you only get the one room. But all in all, $460, 1,300 pieces. I feel like this is a pretty decent value. And again, you can still get it at that regular retail price or even less on Bricklink. So all in all, this is really decent to ship. I'm glad I picked it up when I did. So that will be the end of this review. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content, including all of my LEGO Star Wars set reviews on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.